What's up guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Emily, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Just hit that big red button below. Today's video is going to be me sharing with you my goals / resolutions / intentions for the new year. I have these separated into about 4 major categories, 2 really small categories, and then short-term and long-term goals. So I'm not going to be sharing every single one with you guys, but I am going to be sharing with you guys the main ones, and we will start category by category. They're really realistic goals I'm setting for myself. I actually don't usually ever stick to my New Year's resolutions. I didn't even have any for last year, I think. So this year I'm honestly really excited to just kind of hop on it and really start developing these habits and achieving these goals, because when you enter into a year or any time, any season of your life, and you have nothing planned, then nothing will come out of it. So it's really important, even if you don't hit every single thing that you want, it's really important to just have that foundation so that you can say, hey, I aim for here, but I hit here and I'm good, I'm okay. With that said, let's get right into these New Year's intentions for 2021. The first category that I have on here is spiritual, and this always comes first, and I think that this is kind of like a resolution or a goal that I have that's ongoing, whether it's the new year or not. But my first one on here is to have a consistent prayer life and a deeper connection with God. So these things are always so important for me, but especially like with the prayer life, I just feel like sometimes it's so hard for me to really spend time in deep and meditative, thoughtful prayer. I usually sometimes get distracted, or I just feel like I don't even want to start doing it. But something I really want to develop this year is prayer, because prayer really changes things, and that's how you get that deep connected relationship with God, is you have to pray and conversate with him and tell him what's on your mind and hear what he has to speak to you. So I'm really excited for that one. Another thing under the spiritual category that I want to do is I want to set up monthly prayer points for myself. So I actually used to do this when I was in high school or middle school or something, but I've fallen off. So I think that will help me with having a consistent prayer life. Is at the start of every month I want to have, I don't know, 2, 3, 5, 6 prayer points that I can kind of keep in my heart and be steadfast about and pray about for an entire month. You know how like somebody always says, oh well, I'll be praying for you, but like, do you really? I know that I really don't say that anymore, but you know, sometimes you say that with the intention of praying for them, but you really never do. So I feel like having a prayer list is going to be super helpful and practical for me, because like, okay, start praying, and it's like, what am I praying about? So it's really good to have that list on hand. I'm really excited to start doing that. A couple more that were spiritual goals is that I want to fast once a month, I want to give more than I did last year, and I want to produce fruit as a Christian. The next category that I have on here is health and physical wellness, and basically I'm not going to disclose numbers, but I am trying to get down to a certain goal weight, and I definitely gained a quarantine 15 or maybe a quarantine 20, who knows. By the way, all of these resolutions that I wrote are specific, and I think that's really key for resolutions, because if you just say you want to lose weight, then that's like a little bit too broad. So I wrote on here, I want to lose this amount of pounds, or I want to reach this goal weight, because if you make ambiguous resolutions, then you're really not going to be as motivated to hit them, or as motivated when you hit milestones. So it's really important to be specific with your goals. So that's just a little bonus tip that I threw in there. I want to drink at least 75 ounces of water a day. I don't really know what that whole 8-cup thing is, because I really, it's like, what is a cup to you is a cup to me, you know what I mean? I looked up online how many ounces of water you should be drinking a day for a woman, and it's 75 ounces. So I bought a little Takia, I don't know how to pronounce it. I bought a little Takia portable stainless steel water bottle. It has 24 ounces, so I fill that up a couple times a day, and I'm actually doing pretty good on that one. A couple other ones that I have on here is I want to go for walks every day. I want to reduce the amount of fast food that I eat and buy, and I want to create a personalized workout routine and stretch 5 times a week or so. So I've been trying to incorporate stretching into my morning routines, but it hasn't become second nature to me yet, so I'm still trying to develop that, and I'm sure you guys will see it in an updated morning routine video coming soon. Was that corny? I'm sorry. Next category is hygiene. I want to create a personal skincare routine that I can really stick to every day or a couple days a week, because y'all, I really just be washing my face with whatever's in the bathroom, and it is not working for me. If you really look at my face, one side is like super pimply and then the other side is really clear. So I've just been really confused with that. I've really been trying to get rid of my acne, but it's not working. So I'm gonna try to find something that works for me. This is a silly one, but another goal I want is to start brushing my teeth at night, because I've just been like, I've never done that my whole life, where I was never raised to brush my teeth before I went to bed. But I'm now realizing that I just feel like it's a necessity. Sometimes I feel yucky before I go to bed and I want to feel fresh and clean. And it'll probably make me have better morning breath. Is that right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Another thing on here is that I just want to keep up with my natural hair and keep it clean and taken care of, because sometimes I just get lazy and it just ends up getting slapped under a wig or slapped in a bun, and I really want to give it some attention this year. Final major category is money, and I have a couple goals that I want to complete under this one, and the number one goal is I want to save $3,000 in 3 months. And I know that's like really difficult, but if I'm not buying fast food, which is another goal that I have under money, and I'm really being mindful, I really believe that I can do it. I've always been one who has tried to save, but I've always dipped into my savings for just unnecessary things. So I think that this is gonna be my year to actually put stuff away in savings for my future. And then 2 other things that I have for that is I want to reduce my impulse buy, so just kind of buying things because I have money and not because I need it. And I also want to only buy things secondhand this year. Not everything, because that's really not the best idea for certain things to buy secondhand, like shoes. I mean, I just bought these shoes secondhand. You want to see them? I'll show you right now. Oh, I bought these shoes secondhand for $10, yo, and they look brand new. They're a little slippery on the bottom, honestly. I might have to my sock just fell out. I might have to hot glue them. There are more things that you can find secondhand than there are things that you can't. So I am definitely going to be aiming to buy most of my clothes secondhand, because when you think about it, all the thrift stores in the like world, or like in the America, there's like a lot. And then all those clothes are like, it's like this endless cycle, clothes that are bought from like real stores and then not worn and then given away, and then their stores are just like, I don't know. But I just feel this good citizen needed me to help the thrift stores with their dilemma. It doesn't even make sense, but it makes sense to me. The last 2 goals that I have on here, or the last 2 categories that I have on here, are college goals and personal goals. So I'm obviously not going to be sharing my personal goals. There's only 2 of them, but they're just more of like character related things that will develop over time and with more time with God. But for college, I don't mind sharing that with you guys, because a lot of you are subscribed to me from my college videos. So my 2 major goals for college, number 1 is to make friends, which may not be happening this semester because I am living from home, which I will make a whole other video about just dedicated to that. I'm really trying to stop being a hermit / introvert and really make friends. Now, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert, and I do embrace it, but I think that college is a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable when you do have friends. And I'm actually happy that I'll be staying home, because I have friends, more friends here than I do at school, because I have no no friends at school at all. So even one friend here would make for more than at school. So maybe it'll happen. It may not happen in 2021 spring, but it might happen in 2021 fall. So we'll see if that comes to pass. And my other goal for college this semester is to make straight A's. And this may sound kind of superficial, but I almost made straight A's last semester. I got a B in one class because I just decided not to do the final. I have never gotten straight A's in my life, and I've always been a good student, but there's always been that one class that was like, no, you're gonna get a B, or you're gonna get a C, or a C+, or whatever the case is, and I really just want to get straight A's. I just feel like that would be such an accomplishment for me, especially because I feel like I've been working so much harder in school and putting so much more effort into it, because I really love what I'm studying. I have my short-term goals and my long-term goals. I'm not going to share my long-term goals because they're really just personal to me, but I will share with you guys a couple of my short-term goals because I feel like they're kind of obvious. So one of my short-term goals is to read one book every week / every month. Like I said, again, very specific. I am a bookworm. I love reading books. I've always loved reading books, but I have put them on the back burner, or the book burner. The point is, I have not been reading as much as I want to, and I just feel like my brain is dulling down, and I'm just not getting that reading stimulation that I love so much. So I really want to read Allie Beth Stuckey's book, You're Not Enough and That's Okay, but I'm not letting myself read it until I finish reading all the books that I have in my room right now. So the key to that is reading books just more quickly and making them like carving time for reading into my day rather than just if I feel like it or if I have time. One of the other things that I'm doing this year is I'm journaling regularly. I always journal, but I'm just gonna make it more frequently this year. And then another thing that I want to do is grow to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I want to start uploading more, and I also want to start using Adobe Premiere Pro because I have it, but I haven't started using it for reasons none other than laziness. I am really excited to start tackling these short-term goals and all these resolutions, and honestly, I haven't necessarily like jumped on all of these at once. Like, I'm not gonna try to do all these different things in all these different categories in the next week. It just is not gonna happen, but I'm gonna take chunks of them here and there, and when some situations arise, I'll say, well, hey, this is a good time, this is a good point to put into practice that resolution that I made. And I also think that constantly like referring back to this notebook and what I've written down will really help me at the end of the year to just kind of see what I still need to focus more on, what is more difficult, and what I achieved. This video is getting extremely long, so sorry. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on today. Don't forget to subscribe for more of me, or like this video if you liked it, or you can do both if you want. You can also follow me on Instagram. Once again, handle is right here, and I will see you all in the next one. I love you so much, but God loves you more. Mwah! Have a great day.